Yeah. So Srikanth, just in case, you are switching back to the double. I mean, who is your dreaming partners if you want to play with the men's and the mixed double?
So
everyone, welcome back to the Badminton Show. And today we have our guest star from India. He is the former world number one and five-time Super Series champion. We have Srikanth Kidambi here. Hi, Srikanth.
hi.
Yeah, and also we have three selected followers. They are lucky enough to actually talk with the international star here. We have two fans from Indonesia and one fan from India actually. So probably they have an introduction. I think we can start from Shubham. Hi Shubham.
Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Yes, you can hear.
Yes,
Hello.
we can hear you.
Yes. Hello, Srikanth sir. Hi. Srikanth sir, I am from India, Mumbai. I am also training badminton from last 2 to 3 years. You are my idol. I just saw your match every time. Like, it's a pleasure seeing you here. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Badminton Talk, for letting this happen. Yeah, thank you.
And also we have another one, David. Hi David.
Yeah, hello everyone.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Okay.
Hi.
Yeah, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity, and I'm so happy because I can meet personally with Srikanth. So thank you so much once again.
Okay. Okay. We have Afif here. You okay with the audio? Hi Afif. Can you talk to us?
Yes, hello, my name is Afif. I'm 19 years old from Indonesia, Central Java.
Okay. Hi Afif. Yeah. So also we have Mr. Rudy here as well. Hi Rudy.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah. And also from Badminton, we have Angie and me for this session with you guys. Yeah. So how are you today, Srikanth? Good day.
Yeah, all well.
How's your training today?
Yeah, it's nice. Like basically, I'm kind of enjoying this whole thing because it's like a different experience. You know, I've never stayed at home and worked, so it's a different feeling to work out from home. So yeah, I'm kind of really enjoying it.
So how long you guys off anyway? The training. How many weeks now? Is that 10 weeks or something?
So after I came back from England, I think I came to my hometown, and then since then I'm here. So basically, I'm here from I think about March 15th or something. So it's almost 3 months now.
Wow. So you still remember how to play badminton, right?
I hope I do.
The story. Yeah, the story about the other day we talked about the coach with the men's double, like the Muhammad Asan, because he was on a quarantine for a while, and then just only a few weeks, he has a big problem, how to smack with the right foot, whatever. It was really tough. Just not even 1 month. So, I can feel you guys anyway.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be tough because I've so I've never been this like I've never been without playing badminton for 3 months. So it's definitely going to be really new the moment I get back on court. It's definitely going to take some time.
Did you guys gain weight?
No, I don't have that problem. I'm 100% sure I'll definitely not gain any weight.
That's good.
So how is it different with your routine before the pandemic situation, like before May, before March? Is there any difference on how you are doing, or like your routine or your training regime?
Yeah, so it's like before, I think pre All England, I think it was really very different because there were particular timings for all the training sessions, and then I used to go to academies, and basically I used to go out of my home. But then since March, I couldn't really go out of my home, and then I've been at home for the last 3 months, and then training at home is something which is very different because I've never planned, I've never thought there'll be a scenario where I'll get to train from home. So I had to figure out everything, I had to, get dumbbells, get all that stuff home just to train.
So do you actually train with the whole team, or actually it's just individual training?
Sorry?
So do you actually train with other players or other coaches, or do you train individually?
No, I train individually. So every player has gone back home. So everyone are training from their home basically. So at my home, it's only me. But then we have a video call session. So we all follow a specific program, but we all do that from our homes.
So Srikanth, have you ever skipped the training given by the coach? But did you follow, or you just what? I skipped it for a while. I get tired today.
Yeah, I definitely did. I skipped few sessions. I missed few sessions. So I had to go meet my officers here. So I have a job. So I have a job here, and I work with the AP government, like our Andhra Pradesh government. So I had to go meet them. So I missed few sessions.
Oh, that's good then. It's a good rate.
Yeah, it's like I feel it's good to skip few sessions now because the moment I get back on court, I'll be more motivated.
How about outside the training? Do you have any activity or any fun hobby you actually pick up this time?
Oh, nothing at all because I haven't been out of my home. I didn't really get to do anything. But then here at home, I think I'm more about playing video games and then watching some web series. That's all I've been doing for the last 3 months.
Oh, what kind of game?
So I thought you'd be watching a lot, something like a Netflix movies or something.
Yeah, some movies and then maybe some web series on Netflix.
Okay,
so what movie are you watching?
Yeah.
Sorry?
So what kind of movies you're watching at Netflix?
So I started a web series called The Blacklist.
Okay.
So I'm a little stuck with it. So I'm kind of watching it probably 1-2 episodes every day.
But the FBI.
The Wanted FBI.
Wanted FBI. No, that's Blacklist is a little interesting web series, I think. So I'm stuck with it.
Well, we're talking a little bit about your badminton. So from what we know, cricket is one of the most popular sport in India. But why did you choose badminton as your career instead?
So for me, when I was very young, so I started when I was about 8 years old. And then, so my brother started playing badminton first. And then the stadium is is just about 3 minutes away from my home. So it was easily accessible. And then there wasn't too much competition in badminton then, so I kind of liked playing.
Well, how about now? Do you still live close to the stadium, or is it a little bit far?
So no, So I moved to a different home in Guntur, but then these days I am actually staying in Hyderabad. So I'm actually from Guntur, but then I moved to Hyderabad 10 years back.
Oh,
So I
see.
train at a national center in Hyderabad.
Okay. Is it more popular in Hyderabad or like badminton itself?
Yeah, so in India, basically it is more popular in Hyderabad because all the top players are from Hyderabad. So basically it's me, Sindhu, Saina, Kashyap. So all of us train here in Hyderabad.
Oh, that's nice. So it's all. So the national training center is also in Hyderabad. Is that
So
correct?
yeah, the national training center is also in Hyderabad.
Okay. Do you have any like idols that you look out for when you're playing?
Yeah, so basically the very first badminton match I've seen was of Gopi sir's All England final. So it was one of the best memories I think to see an Indian win a prestigious tournament. It was a big memory for me. And then slowly I started to like Lindan and Lee Changmi for their achievements. I think they've been very consistent for about 10-15 years. So I think I kind of really like Lindan.
Wow. And then now you get to play him, right? Even you actually beat him.
Oh yeah, so basically, when I won my first Super Series title in China, I think it was a big moment for me because so China is one of the strongest badminton playing nation we have, and then to win my first Super Series title in China, and then that too, playing Lindan in the final was a big moment.
Right, for sure. But then before this, way back, you were actually, well, I heard from some interviews that Gopi sir actually the one who switched you from doubles to singles. Is that correct?
Yeah. Yeah. So until my juniors, I played. So basically, until my juniors, I played all three events: singles, doubles, and mixed doubles. And then I also have a doubles and a mixed doubles medal in youth Commonwealth. So
right.
So yeah, so it was a big shift for me from doubles to singles after juniors, but then yeah, I'm really happy that it kind of worked out. I think it's really worked hard on me, and then all of that really paid off.
And you actually now still play double several times, especially during the team championships. I think I reckon that earlier this year you had a match together with Srikanth against Thailand, and also 6 years ago with Putra in the Commonwealth Games. Do you miss double, or how do you think compared to singles?
Yeah, so now when I'm playing doubles, it's basically about enjoying that moment because I really don't feel any kind of pressure when I'm playing doubles because there won't be any expectations on me. So kind of really enjoy playing that. And then recently when I played with Chirag, I think it was one of the best matches that I think I've played because I was really extremely very happy with the way I played because we were able to win that crucial match and then get a medal for India. So I think it is definitely a big moment, and then I kind of really enjoyed the way we played there.
So do you actually still see yourself as a doubles player probably in the future, like probably 5-10 years, or I mean you still stick to singles?
No, I'll definitely stick to singles, but then but I still play doubles in training. I think that really helped me in that ABC team championship. But then I will definitely stick to singles.
Okay,
so so Srikanth, just in case you are switching back to the double. I mean who is your dreaming partners if you want to play with the men's and the mixed double?
So again, basically, during this PPL that I've been playing for last many years, so I've had the opportunity to play with Mohammad Hassan, Hendra Setiawan, I think so I think there are many players. I think I really like all of them. I think I really admire Fuad Fang Tayon. I really admire Dan Boon Hyang and Cook and Kit. Then I think Kevin and Marcus they've been really doing well, I think. And then Assam City Avan, and I really like the Japanese pair. So
Utah.
Utah and yeah. So I think any of these players, I think I'll definitely very happy to play.
So you play the front court, or you become the back?
Oh, front court for sure.
You
So
just do the smashing.
So front court.
How about mixed doubles? Do you have any dream partner?
No, I don't know. I think Huang Yuxiang.
Oh.
I think Zheng Siwi's partner.
Yeah, Wang Yagyong. Wang Yagyong, yeah.
Wang Yagyong, yeah. So I think I really like her. Basically, she really dominates the front court. I think I kind of really like playing with her. Probably if I get a chance, I'll definitely play with her.
All right. Okay. So let's pick the fan section. We'll have some questions from our fan, David. Hi, David.
Hello.
Yeah, David.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, do you have any questions to Srikanth?
Oh yeah. Hello, Srikanth.
Hello.
Yeah. My question is, I know you've been through so many tournaments, so I want to know that what keeps you motivated to play badminton.
Okay. So for me, it's about to win a championship. I think I really want to win many more tournaments. So so after I won probably about 3-4 Super Series events, I then really felt like how it would feel if I could win every tournament. Like if I could win one tournament in every country. So I think that is one thought that always keeps me motivating to win at least one tournament in every country.
Thank you.
Speaking of your career, you've been in the sport for a long time. But what do you think is your biggest achievement so far?
Well, again, for me, I would feel. So I won my first international challenge in Maldives way back. I think about 8 years back or something. So that I really feel that particular tournament really changed my career, because that was actually the very first tournament I played after I shifted from doubles to singles. So I think that really gave me a big confidence that I could really do well in the singles, basically in the international circuit.
How about 2017? I think when we look at your career, in like your progression, I think 2017 could be your highlight, because you reached a lot of like Super Series finals. You reached them 5 times, and then you had like 4 titles also in Indonesia, Australia, Denmark, and France. How do you think of that year?
Yeah, I'm just very happy. It was a big year for me for sure. I never thought that I could really play 5 finals in 1 year, and then win 4 Super Series events, and then it's basically about winning 2 Super Series in 2 weeks. That I did that twice, so I think it was a big year for me, and then I'm just really very happy about everything that worked for me then, and I'm always trying to recreate that thing again in my game, and then I'm constantly working on it for the last 2 years.
So did you get any prizes, like being #1 in the world from your government?
Not really, nothing for being world #1, but my state government really did help me after I won those Super Series events. I think I'm really thankful to my state government for really helping me out. And then they've really helped me after that Commonwealth Games, and then that's when I actually also became world #1. So I think it's kind of mixed in with that Commonwealth Games, but then I'm really happy. My state government really helped me a lot.
So talking about, just now you mentioned that it can kind of like perform in like 17, like you want to go back to them. And then looking at the current competition, we have so many great players. What's your strategy? What's your plan to actually come back to the top actually in the coming years?
Well, I still think if I actually stay injury free, and then if I can train at my best for about say 6 to 8 weeks, then I think I really have a chance of doing really well. So because in the last 2 years I've been injured a lot, and then I couldn't really get to train at my best. And then if I really can't train at my best and going to a tournament, I really can't expect myself to win those tournaments. So I'm really looking ahead and probably telling myself that I should stay injury free and be able to train at my best.
Well, speaking of your performance, I think for us Indonesians, we all remember the moment that you won the Indonesian Super Series in 2017. Well, how did you feel about that? You were the first ever Indian male player to win the tournament. Why don't you share a little bit of your experience maybe with us?
Well, again, it's a great feeling for me because for us, in India, we always think badminton is to Indonesia is what cricket is to India. I think they really love their badminton players, and then you have such great crowd that come in. It's like from the practice days, you can really see crowd cheering for you, and then it's a great feeling when you are playing a final in Indonesia. I think the crowd that was there that day, that they really helped me win that match, I feel. And then it's a great feeling to win a match, to win a tournament, in front of that huge crowd. That really gave me goosebumps. And more than winning a tournament, it was winning in Indonesia in front of that huge crowd is what made that tournament special.
Right.
So did you get any goosebumps by that time you entered the final?
Oh yeah, I really had that pressure when I entered the final. When I was walking in, I could really feel that pressure because the kind of crowd that was present that day was huge. Basically, you don't get to see that kind of a crowd in India, basically. So it's kind of really a big moment.
But I mean, like, how does it feel though playing in Istora or Indonesia against Indonesian player? I mean,
so that's one of the things that I really like to avoid. Because every time I'm playing another country player, I always have the crowd support. But then when I'm playing an Indonesian there in Indonesia, then everything really becomes the opposite. So that's something that I always try to avoid.
So actually, for some players, like playing in the such crowd in Indonesia is actually disturbance for them. I think I've read in the media that some players think that it's very annoying to have like this such crowd, but it's actually for your benefit or actually for your actually advantage.
Sorry, I lost your voice in between.
Yeah, so I was asking whether you think that such a big crowd is actually motivate you in a way, or is it actually some kind of challenge for you?
So basically, when the crowd is cheering for you, it's a big motivation. But then when the crowd is against you, I think it's not. It feels like you're not just playing a single player. You're playing that probably 10,000-15,000 people. So it's a different feeling when you are playing against them. So I always love to have them on my side.
for sure.
I mean, as you know, I mean, the Lindan, I mean, they're saying, like bluntly, saying, he doesn't like Indonesia Open because it's too noisy. I mean, he also could not talk to the, to the coaches or listen from coaches because it's just too noisy.
Yeah, it's definitely too noisy. I think the amount of crowd that comes in for every match is huge. I think you don't really see that kind of a crowd in any other tournament. But again, if the crowd is supporting for you, then I think the crowd will take you to a different level. So I think they will really help you win the match. I think they really cheer for you so much that sound of their voice will definitely take you to that next level to win that match.
Do you have well, I don't know if Istora is your favorite place to play, but do you have a favorite place or city to play in?
Oh yeah, so basically it's just not one place for me. There are different places. I think Indonesia is definitely one such place because the kind of crowd that comes in. Then, as I already mentioned, China is one that is like that one place because it's a big badminton playing nation, and then to win a tournament, in front of that crowd really gives you a lot of confidence. And then India, probably New Delhi, when I won my India Open, so it was a different experience then because I won a tournament, in front of my home crowd. So it's a different experience to always win in your home country.
Indonesia, right? I remember that Anders Antonsen once said that it's actually the best place for you to actually play because of the crowd. But how about the country in general? Do you have anything particular like about the country or about the food? Do you remember any?
So in Indonesia?
Yeah.
So I think I really like the food culture there. Basically, it's very similar to India. So you really have all that spices and food, and then the kind of fried rices, and then mee goreng basically. So I really like that mee goreng. So yeah, so I really like the food there, and then also the crowd.
Oh yeah, we also have martabak. I think it's a very similar to India. Right? We have also the murtabak. The Indian murtabak is a bit similar.
Yeah, I really like that food basically. I think the food is very similar, and then I really like it. Indonesia, Malaysia, the food is very similar to India.
All right. So talking about like badminton players, like your opponents, who do you think is your most difficult opponent that you have faced?
Toughest opponent, is it?
Yeah. Toughest, difficult.
So yeah, there are many players. I think Lee Chong-wei is one of them. Lindan, Chen Long. I think I really like playing against Victor. So we always played a very close matches. Then I think Momota is doing really well now, and then Antonsen. So we always had very close matches, and then I really like that kind of competition.
Okay. We also have some question from our fan. This one is special because he is actually from India. Hi, Shubham.
Hello, Srikanth sir. Sir, do you follow any strategies while playing to the tough players then?
Yeah, so there's different strategy against different players. So you can't really go in with a single strategy. You have to have 3-4 strategies in mind, and then you have to adjust according to the opponent and play. And then the conditions also differ in every stadium. So there are a lot of things that you look at when you're playing an opponent, and then you plan your strategies according to the conditions and the opponent.
Okay, thank you, sir.
So actually, what strategy, right? What do you think is your particular strength as a player?
For me, I think my aggressive game. I think that's what really helped me back in 2017. I think more of my smashes. I think they really helped me. Probably even way back in 2014 when I won China Open, I think smash really, that kind of attacking style always helped me.
Oh yeah, the Srikanth, this is something a bit different. I think during the Indian League, I mean, whose idea is that, like, you become a grandfather, and the Aswini was grandmother. I mean, have you seen yourself, like, this is how you look like when you are 70 or 80 years old?
Yeah, so it was a great experience again because I've never done anything like that, and then we've done that for Red Bull. So me and Ashwini, we are brand ambassadors from badminton for Red Bull in India. So So yeah, I think it was a great feeling. So basically, we had to sit down and then get the makeup done for I think about 4 or 5 hours, and then we only get to do that once in stadium with the kids. So if we don't do it well, then we definitely can't create that kind of excitement in those kids' faces, because when you tell them that it's us, and then you do it again, you want to recreate it again, you don't get that excitement from them. It was the very first take that we went in, everything happened. It's basically like a reality show. So you go in there once and then you get to do it only once. So I think I'm really happy that me and Ashwini were able to pull that off. And then it was really special because the kids were very excited, and then we got to play with them as old people, and then we told them that it's me and Ashwini that were playing against them for last 20 minutes or something, and then the way that they came in and hugged us. So I think it's a different experience, and I think that's also very first time that we've done something like that. So it really took that excitement to another level.
So how long was the makeup? How many hours?
It was for about 4 or 5 hours.
Longer than the shooting, I guess.
The shooting was only for about 25 minutes or something, because it's so spontaneous that we go in and then we do only what we felt like we could do. So all those actions that we did on court were very spontaneous. There was no script. There was nothing. None of the kids knew. So it was really very spontaneous.
So you didn't ask them like to make up you like Amitabh Bachchan, no?
Maybe next time I'll try to do something like that. Maybe something like an Amitabh Bachchan or a Shah Rukh Khan, and I try and do the same thing again.
But seeing the faces, the expressions of the kids, I think it was priceless. They all were like, oh, so surprised that it was actually.
Yeah, we also felt really well, because the kind of excitement that they showed after we revealed ourselves, I think that was a great moment. I think the way people came in, so it was really nice.
Yeah. Well, let's go back a little bit to in year 2017. India once had a great coach from Indonesia, Mulyo Handoyo. I think he has quite an integral role of India's successful season in that year. What do you think of Coach Mulyo and the impact he brought to India's men's singles department?
Well, I think I think he did really extremely well. I think especially for me, I think he did a lot of work on me, because I was coming back from an injury after that 2016 Olympics. So he kind of really worked hard with me, and then I think all of that really worked for me. And his style of coaching, I feel had really worked for me. I think there's kind of that aggressive. He really likes that aggressive approach, and that is something that really helped me, even in the past. And then when he had that thing, and then he changed the way I actually play. Basically, it's changed my whole game style, and then I think that whole thing really worked.
Interesting. But how do you see the competition in men's singles these days, though?
So now I think it has definitely gotten better when you compare it with 2017. But again, I think as I already mentioned, if I can really do train at my base for 6 to 8 weeks, then I can definitely come back and win a tournament.
Well, we would like to give a chance to another fan, Afif. I think he also has a question. Let's see, Afif.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello, Srikanth.
Hello.
Okay, my question is, in your opinion, what is the difference between you and other men's single players from other countries? And what's the difference between Indian players with other countries. That's it. Maybe physically, mentally, or anything.
So basically, I think there are say like European singles players or Chinese or Indonesians. I think they're very strong. When you compare it with Indians, I think we kind of more rely on our strokes more than the power. So I think the other Chinese or maybe say Ginting or Christie, I think they more rely on speed and then their power. So there are the maybe say Victor or Antonsen, they more rely on their power and speed as well. So I think it differs from each country to country, and then I feel that's the difference. We as Indians we rely more on our stroke game, and then the other country players they rely more on pace and then maybe power.
Okay, thank you.
So, talking about like other players international, do you have any close friends in the cricket, like probably from other countries?
Yeah, so you know, so I kind of talked to many other players. Say, I've been in Denmark for a week in February, so Antonsen really helped me there, Victor helped me there, and then I think Whittingers really helped me there. And then I'm good friends with Ginting, Christie, and then Isan Maulana. So yeah, so basically it's always good to have a healthy relation outside the court, I feel. But then every time we get on court and we play each other, I think we really want to win.
Yeah, and definitely you will meet more players when you are like in the league. I think I really like PBL, Premier Badminton League, where you have like a lot of international players coming together in the league. So like, how do you feel playing in the PBL with players like in the team as well?
So I think PBL is definitely a different experience again because it's a team event, and then in badminton we don't really get to play team championships very often. So it's a different experience, and then you get to interact with other countries' top players. So I think I'm really lucky to have Asan Setiawan go. So I think the many top players that I've had the opportunity to play with. So I think it's a different experience, and then I really like the way Asan and Setiawan really prepare for a match. I think they're very focused. They really concentrate on just that one game that they're gonna play. I think they really, and every time they are on court, I think they really give us the confidence that they are gonna pull it off from any stage. So I think I really like the way that they play. And I think BBL as a platform, I think that really helps all the Indian junior players to share, the same, to the same room with all the top players. I think to share their game experiences and then to watch them live, right in front of them, and then to get to train with them to all the senior players. I think that's a great opportunity for all the growing young Indian players.
During the league that you've been through, I mean, with all different part of players, I mean, which a player really in terms of knowing, try to play tricks on you guys, like, every day. Who is that?
I think Bo is such person, who really wants to play all those tricks. Yeah. So he was once a captain of our team, and then he had all those strict rules on us, and then he always, had those, tricks, and then was such a very friendly person of court. And then I think I really kind of like his attitude of court.
But I guess you need that too, like sometimes, because the leagues are really long, and sometimes also you get bored. I mean, it's good to have one or two person being crazy a while, I guess.
Yeah, it's like the league these days. I think that for the last 2 years, the league has been for about 3 weeks. I think it's a very long period, but then to have such kind of people around you, I think really keeps everything funny. So I think it's good to have such kind of persons around.
I think aside other than the international players side, what we like about PPL is actually the interesting format. Like it's kind of like a team championship, but there's like several the role like the trump match, and then like also the scoring system, and also actually I really like how they brand the league to the match, like the marketing, and also like how they do the player bidding. So what do you think about this? Like, do you think we do this more often?
So yeah, I think the format of it is really good. I think it's basically 15 best of 3, so the games are really quicker. So you don't really get time to strategize, and then once you've given away 5-6 points to your opponent, I think there's no coming back from there, because it's really such a shorter format. And then the trump card brings in a lot of pressure for the person that is playing it, and that really keeps it really interesting. I think the trump match really keeps the whole tie interesting. So I think it's an interesting format, and it's a challenging one for players as well. And I really kind of like the fun that format gets, brings into the table. I think it's really good to have such kind of thing.
I mean, looking at it, even though you say in India they won't, compared to Indonesian supporters, it's different. Indonesia is super crazy about badminton, but then looking at PBL, I feel like a lot of supporters come to watch and actually just as hyped as Istora Senayan, I guess, in a sense.
So yeah, I think for league we do get good crowd, but for Indonesia, we get to practice in the main hall for about 1-2 days before the tournament starts, and then we get to really see supporters coming in even for those practice timings. So it's a different experience. You don't get to see people coming in to watch your practice sessions in other countries. Right. So in PBL, right, I think we do get a good crowd, because it only lasts for about 3 hours. But then in Indonesia, you get a good crowd for whole day. From morning 9 to evening 9 or whatever, any time, you get to see a very good crowd. But I think when I played my final in New Delhi in 2015, the India Open final, there was very good crowd in India. So for that final, so I really kind of like that experience to see so many people coming in and then cheering for an Indian. In India, I think that was a great experience.
Well, speaking of all of these fans, are you looking forward to playing back in about 2-3 months?
Definitely, I think I really want to get back on court as quickly as possible, because I've already I can already feel that I'm missing playing badminton, and then I think I can also see the other country players are slowly getting back on court, and then me in India, we don't really. We couldn't really play on court for last about 3 months, so I'm really kind of missing it, and then I really want to get back on court as quickly as possible.
As you know, we're still waiting, right? We don't know, which tournament will be the first one to start. So how did you see with the new normal when you start playing badminton? New normal.
So I don't know. I definitely have no idea about when the tournament will start. Just like anybody else. So, but again, for us, the training is also not yet been resumed. So we're still waiting to get back on court, to start training first. And I think, when you get such long breaks, I think it's really important, to have a training time for about at least 3 to 4 months before you can actually play tournaments. So I think probably I just want to get back on court and then start training. That's the first thoughts that I'm thinking about. That's the first thoughts that I have. it's about getting back on court and starting and to start training basically.
Okay. By the way, the how do you call the? I mean, the during the All England, a few of your colleagues decided not to participate, right? I mean, like how is you feeling at that time? Like at that time in the in All England, I mean in UK, the numbers started increasing, right? I mean.
Yeah.
I mean, how is you feeling that time when you step into the court and surrounding the hotel in Birmingham, everything?
Yeah, it was a little. So I feel it was a risky decision, but then again, I think when I was very careful. I was wearing mask, I was wearing gloves all the time, and then I actually carried hand sanitizers with me all the time. So I've been very careful. But again, because of the Olympics and the qualification process, I had to play that tournament.
Yeah. So what's your target for looking forward to the Tokyo Olympics?
So for me, it is more about, really like immediately it is about getting back on court, and then probably in long term to be able to play well and then qualify for the Olympics first, and then probably plan to get better and aim for a medal at the Olympics.
For sure, we're hoping to see you there. Well, we'd like to give a chance to our fans because we're coming to the end of the show. So we'd like to give our fans another chance to say a few words, few messages for you. Maybe we can start from David.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So thank you so much for this amazing opportunity. And can I give one question more?
Okay.
Yeah. Do you have some unforgettable moments or funny moments in the competition, maybe?
Yeah, I do have. It was a tough. It was really tough to come back, but then in one of the Syed Modi finals that I played, so I won my first game, and then I was leading 19-13 in the second game, and I lost the match 20. I lost that set 21-19, and then I ended up losing that match, and then that was finals of Syed Modi. So it was really tough for me to get back from that moment.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, David. Now we'd like to give a chance for Shubham.
Hello. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Hello. Sir, one last question. Were you good at studies during playing badminton? While playing badminton?
So I can definitely say that I'm not very good. I think I'm kind of in between. So if I was very good, then I would have continued the studies basically.
Okay. Thank you, sir. It was very nice seeing you here.
Thanks.
Okay. Thank you, Shubham, also for joining us. And last one, Afif.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say, I hope this pandemic ends soon, and so all the players can play in the tournament again, and of course we can watch badminton again. And for Srikanth, stay safe, stay healthy, and I hope you can qualify to the Tokyo. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Afif. Also, Rudy, maybe if you have few words for Srikanth.
Well, it's more likely like something for fun anyway. I mean, have you ever tried the air badminton?
So the outdoor badminton.
Yeah. Yes.
So yeah, so we definitely play outdoor badminton in India. So it's kind of really famous in few parts of India. And then when I first started badminton, I used to play outdoor badminton.
So you know exactly how to control the draft.
Not exactly, but not exactly for sure. But I would say I have a little bit of idea.
Okay, how about the new one, the new shuttle, the new shuttle for the air badminton? Have you tried before?
No, I never played with that shuttle.
Yeah, I think you should try because they, the serving is really, really tricky, very tricky.
Yeah, so maybe I think given the scenario that we are in, I think it's good to play air badminton.
Yeah, and the next one was the, right, the BWF is the trying to introduce, we call it synthetic shuttle. It looks real. I mean, like, I seen it anywhere because a couple of years ago when we did try in the Indonesia challenge. I mean, the shuttle is from plastic, but it doesn't look like it. It looks real. Have you tried that before?
No, I've never seen it before, so I don't know. I can't exactly comment because I've never seen it.
Yeah, I think probably in the next few years, more likely, I think probably have to do it, I guess, because of the, I guess, like, worry about the, we are touching animal, like, that kind of stuff.
So I think in that way, I think it is really good to have it. But if you can get the same kind of impact from that synthetic feathers, I think you can definitely do it.
Yeah, I mean, that time actually, we did try it. Of course, the feeling is so different. They say, especially when they're playing netting, is very, very tricky. It's very, very tricky. Yeah.
You might have to practice again with a different shuttle.
Yeah, I think it'll definitely be a challenging one for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Srikanth, we'd also like to give you a chance to actually maybe have a few words for your fans.
Yeah, I think I would really like to thank all my fans. I think they've been really, very supportive. I think the last many years, and I really thank them for the kind of support that they've given me, and I just wish I can get better, and then I can really get back on court, and then start winning tournaments again.
Well, say hello to your brother too. Thank him so much.
Thanks.
All right. We'll see you. Well, we'll see everyone again in another episode of BadminTalk Show. Thank you so much, Srikanth, for your time. It's been a pleasure for us to have you here.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Srikanth.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you.